Hi, I'm Tenille and welcome to my channel. Here I teach you about the mindset and the strategy of online marketing and online business so that you can create more flexibility, more time freedom, and more money in your life. And speaking of money, today I want to talk about how I added an extra $20,000 revenue to my online business with a $37 digital product and how you can do the same. So last year I made a digital product. It was $37 and it was a program creation kit for dog trainers. So my first business was as a dog trainer. I still have that business as well, and I've run that for 11 years. And now that I'm into coaching, I've coached a lot of other dog trainers in how to run their business, and I coach other entrepreneurs as well. So the product that I made helped them to create programs and packages that they could then sell to their own clients and make more money per client. It was mostly a template pack, which is one kind of digital product that you can create and sell. I created the templates using Canva, and I put a short video and text with each one to run through how to use it and what to include and which parts they needed to edit to suit their own business. And I ran Facebook ads to that, and I added 20K revenue to my business in about 3 or 4 months of having that product running ads to it. I also promoted the product to my email list on social media, so Facebook mostly, and a little bit on Instagram, and I added links to it on my website. So they're the main methods that I use to market the product, but we're going to talk about a few different options that you have for that as well. So a lot of people may think that you need to charge a lot to make a lot of money in your business, and I am definitely a fan of premium pricing for certain things, but I'm also a fan of having some lower price or introductory price products to help get some sales sort of under your belt. It's a great way to start out. And also I find that when it comes to your mindset of making sales online, it can help to have some easy wins. When you make those first online sales, it can feel like such an achievement and gives you this real belief and possibility, seeing that if I can sell this thing one time, I can sell it a bunch of times, and then the opportunities are endless. So my first ever digital product was an ebook, and it was $19, and I will never forget the day that I sold my very first $19 copy of my dog training ebook. I was just so excited. Like, it didn't even matter how much it was for. It was just so exciting that I could see that I could do this. I created this thing from scratch that didn't exist before, and I put it out to the world and people bought it. That is just an amazing feeling, and it really does show that you can do it over and over, and the possibilities really are endless. So that's just super exciting, and I can't wait for you to experience that feeling if you haven't already. And if you have, please let me know in the comments what it was like for you. Okay, so taking a step back, assuming that you've never created or sold a digital product before, let's start with how to decide on what type of digital product you're going to create and what it's going to be about. So the topic should be sort of a cross section between something that you are passionate about and something that solves a problem for your audience or a pain point. So if you have a very small audience, because everyone has at least some audience. If you are on social media in any way, you have some audience. But even if it's very small or you're just getting started, have a look at what those people are experiencing as the problem that you can solve. And then on top of that, you want to make sure that it is a problem that you enjoy solving. You're good at it, you like it, you have some passion about it. Because if you're selling something that you're not really passionate about, it doesn't really have that longevity about it. It's not going to last because you're not going to enjoy it. So it should be something you enjoy talking about and something that solves a problem for your ideal clients. Now, if you have no audience whatsoever, you could still do this because you can find other people in your niche that are teaching the same types of things that you teach in your area of expertise, and you can look in their comments sections or look in their reviews and look for the comments and reviews that are saying that there's still something missing that has not been covered or addressed. And then you can be the person to cover that for them. And you can answer that question, because even if one person is in the comments or in the reviews saying that there's something that they still want that they haven't got, there are other people out there thinking the same thing. So it's a great way to find a pain point that maybe hasn't been addressed enough in your field. Now, if you do have any audience at all, even if it's just your Facebook friends list or people on your Instagram or something like that, ask them, survey your audience. If you have an email list, you can send them some survey questions. You can make a free survey using Google Forms, or there's other survey options like SurveyMonkey. There's a heap of them, but any of those, Google Forms is free. You can send it to your audience and get them to fill it out, or you can just ask the question like on social media and say, hey, I'm looking at creating something in this area and I just want to know, what are you struggling with about that? Or what's your biggest questions about that? And I always like to ask my audience in everything I do, if you have questions of something that you think I can help you with, please put it in the comments below, and then I know what content that you need and I can create that for you. Okay, so now that you have your topic for your digital product, I want to talk to you about how to actually create the digital product and how to sell it online in the simplest way possible. Because if you've ever looked into it before, or if you're about to, you'll quickly find out that there are so many options for how to sell it. So there's no way I'm going to list all the options in one video, or in my career for that matter, because there's always new stuff coming out. There are so many different course platforms and technical things, and it can really scare people off too. So I want to reassure you that there are some really simple ways that you can do it, and I'm going to talk about the easiest ways to do it in this video to keep it the most simple, because I don't like overcomplicating things if it's just going to make it difficult for you and scare you off from even creating this in the first place. It can be so simple that you can even just make a Google Doc and take someone's payment on PayPal and send it to them. It can be that simple. If you're just starting out and you're just looking for your first customer, you can legit just ask them to PayPal you the fee and then send them the link. It really can be that simple. So that's your first option. If you're just beginning, it doesn't have to be overly techy or complicated. So what other options do we have? So a couple of really good ones. One that I'm not super familiar with, I've only just heard about it in the last few months actually, is Stan, S-T-A-N. If you look up Stan with me, you'll see it's like a link tree as well. If you've ever seen that, you have one link and it goes to like a simple page with buttons on it for each of your offerings, free stuff, paid stuff, whatever. And it can set it all up for you where people can pay you and get your digital products all in that one link. That would be a great option for a beginner to just get started selling their first digital product and not worry about all of the tech stuff bogging them down. To create a document, like I said, you can just use Google Docs. You can export it as a PDF, or you can send people the link that they can use to save to their own drive as a template. You can also create really pretty documents in Canva using some of their templates. You don't have to be a graphic design genius to be able to make something that looks professional in Canva. There's other options too, but Canva is my favorite that I've ever used anyway, and it's very popular and you can do a lot with it. I love Canva. You've probably already heard of it before. So you can create a document in that, you can export it as a PDF. You can film a mini course using your iPhone, and you can put the videos for that in a WordPress site or somewhere else on your website. If you are using WordPress, one option is that you can get a password protection or a membership plugin like WooCommerce or Paid Memberships Pro, and put up a paywall that people need to pay you before they get access to that page that has the videos on it. But again, you can also just put your videos in a Google Drive and charge people money to get the link to that Google Drive if you want to keep it really simple and beginner friendly. The two main payment processes that there are available are Stripe and PayPal. I prefer Stripe, but PayPal is very beginner friendly just because you may be already familiar with it. You can hook those up to different membership plugins or membership softwares that you may pay per month and use online. And I'm going to go through a couple options now for how you can deliver the deliverables to your client when they've paid. So one option is to set it up that when they check out and pay, they're directed straight to a thank you page that has the link to their download. Another option is to use a membership site. There's too many to list. The one that I use is called Member Vault. I'll put the link in the description below. There's also Thinkific, there's Kartra, there's ClickFunnels. They're all different price ranges. There's not a lot of them that are going to be totally free, but on that note, remember that when you're setting this up, there is going to be some investment. In saying that, again, you can use Google Docs and keep it really simple and really bootstrap and low cost if you want. And the last thing that I want for you is to get confused, bogged down in tech, or not be able to afford to set it up and make that stop you from doing it. So keep it simple, do it the easiest way for you, and just get it done. Remember, done is better than perfect. You can always change this and improve it as you go, and completely change it later if you want to. And that is the beauty of digital products, is that you can change it and improve it and grow it, and it can evolve with you and your business over time. It does not have to be perfect straight away, and nor should it be. When you do grow this and improve things later, you could look into setting up fancy funnels using more expensive softwares and things like that. But I know online entrepreneurs that make millions of dollars and still just use that link to a Google Doc, and that's how they sell their products. Keep it simple, get it done. If there's anything you take away from this video, that's what I want you to know. Once you've created your digital product, whether it's a mini course, an ebook, a template pack, and you've got your link where people can pay you and get their access to the product, it's time to promote it. Now, you can promote it through your content on any of the social media platforms. Of course, I recommend having an email list. If you don't have one, this process can help you grow one as well, because once people buy from you, you can add them to your email list and keep in touch with them, and then give them other offers later down the track. And that's another way to grow your revenue and your business, is to sell multiple offers. You can also run paid ads to your product. So I've used Facebook ads a lot in my business. You can do YouTube ads as well, but start off with your free content, and don't be afraid to talk about your digital product everywhere, all of the time. The algorithm's only going to show a handful of your audience each time that you post, so you can use different stories and different topics to all lead back to your digital offer, and make sure that you're just always including that call to action that sends people where they can buy from you. Have a link on your website, make it stand out, put it in your menus, put it in the sidebar of your blog. Put it everywhere so people can't miss it, and there's no excuse for anyone that ever comes across you to not know that this is something that you offer. Remember to just start where you are, don't overthink it, and that done is better than perfect. Do you have any questions? I would love to hear from you in the comments, or if you've made it this far in the video, please just say hi and let me know who you are. I really appreciate you watching this far, and I would love it if you would like the video and subscribe on YouTube as well. If you haven't headed over there already, make sure you head over to the hub, where all of my resources, both free and premium, are all in the one place, so you can have a look around and see how I can help you best. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.